What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we're going to be jumping into Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain, issue number 5. This will be the final issue to this miniseries. What we have seen so far is Morgan Le Fay recruiting the Furies of Everforge. They elected their own Captain Britain, and then they sent him out to attack London. With the help of Jamie Braddock and Brian, they were able to capture the Fury. But with Jamie being an agent of chaos, he also helped out Morgan, helped her restore her castle on British soil. Le Fay aligning herself with Dr. Doom. He has promised to defend her sovereignty with his own army. And so now Betsy and her allies must neutralize Morgan. They must do this without starting an international war. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story is starting us off at the Braddock Manor. Betsy Braddock has assembled the strike team. And this is where we see Faiza, the wielder of Excalibur, currently holding on to it, protecting it, with Captain Britain bringing her here today so that they can discuss using the sword. She wields Excalibur, the most sacred artifact of all Britain, and it responds to her and her alone. That she is the link between this land. With having her on board, they go on to discuss how they are going to get into the castle. They've already got enough drone footage, they know exactly how to infiltrate. There is a greenhouse on the outside of the castle, but this is not connected to the rest of the castle. This was built after the castle was put into place. This is where she keeps all the plants that are the most poisonous, the plants that have the blight swill, and it remains relatively unguarded, which means this is their entrance. This is the way that they will be able to sneak into the castle. This is what takes us over to Brian Braddock, aka Captain Avalon, currently in the pocket dimension created by Jamie Braddock. This is where the Fury is, the one that they captured. And Brian Braddock has been given this Fury one hell of a beatdown as he gets ready to end this Fury's life. That is where Rachel Summers comes into play. She stays his hand, saying that they need this Fury alive. While Rachel doesn't know what's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen, she does know where she needs to be to protect the sacred timeline. To do this, she needs the Fury, with Brian reluctantly agreeing to go along with this plan. Her and Megan are insisting that they are going to travel with Rachel. As they return back to the manor, everybody is preparing for the battle. And that's what throws us right into it. Rescuing Micro Max from inside the castle. We see all of this play out, focusing on the guards and all the sentries. They use their powers and abilities, their telepathy, to make sure that Morgan has no idea what is going on. As they make their way through the castle, we see that Pete is really taking out some anger and aggression. He's picking some fights, but they are able to subdue any sentry that they come upon. While above the castle, we have Betsy and we have Rachel. They are waiting for their opportunity to attack. As Rachel takes off, she goes to do whatever it is she plans to do. And Betsy makes her way into the castle. They know that if this goes sideways, there will be bombs dropping all over Earth. And so she has the Captain Britain Corps on standby, ready to play interference if it is necessary. As she breaks in, she takes on 2 sentries. These 2 sentries have ropes that have blight swill on it, magic protecting them from the charms of the witch breed. They throw these onto Betsy, and that is when Morgan shows her face, with Morgan going on to let Betsy know that you should probably be ashamed for all your talk of mutants caring about humans, you infiltrating this castle. This has just started a war, and now Dr. Doom's forces, they are going to mobilize. Thousands of Doom bots will be headed directly for this location, telling Betsy to say her last words. Morgan Le Fay had promised the Furies a war that she didn't deliver on. This is what takes us over to Rachel Summers, making her way to the land of the Everforge. They have come to deliver the Fury, but also make a proposal. Morgan Le Fay didn't give them the war that they were promised, but the Furies, they're not one to be picky. As long as there is something big and superpowered for them to hunt, they will wage war. And so Rachel Summers makes a proposal. As the Doombots mobilize, As they head for Britain, they are quickly intercepted by the Furies. They are getting the war that they wanted. As this is ongoing, at the same time we pick up with Betsy. While the Blight Spill may suppress her psychic powers, it does not suppress the gifts of Captain Britain. That is where we see the Starlight Sword activated, knocking the guards down and going right for Morgan Le Fay. And Captain Britain drives that sword right into Morgan. This is where we see Excalibur driven into the ground. With a blinding light, we see Morgan Le Fay has been transformed. Excalibur has forgiven her and changed her. It has linked her to the land yet again. That's what picks us up a little bit later, with Betsy on the phone with Tony, letting Tony know everything that was ongoing. Everything about the Doombot, about the Furies, about Morgan Le Fay. And while right now she's healing, Excalibur was used to link her to the land again. That they can only hope this is going to be good for both the land and Morgan Le Fay. With Brian Braddock going on to say that he is going to restart the Braddock Academy. As everybody is enjoying the fair, this is where Captain Britain gets a call. She's got to head off and do some multiversal stuff. Her and Rachel taking off into the sunset. That is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, this was a huge letdown. All of this build-up, the Furies, Morgan Le Fay, Doctor Doom, you have all of this stuff, and none of it really mattered. Maybe because it was only 5 issues, and that's the thing about miniseries. They're really a hit or miss on the last issue. And this one it just wasn't it. After everything that happened, all you had to do this entire time was connect her back to the land. And all of a sudden, Morgan Le Fay is back to being a good person. Honestly, I wanted a good Captain Britain comic, and this one just wasn't it. The Knights of X was far superior to this. The story was just lacking so much depth. They rushed through this last issue. They really brought it to an ending so quickly, with almost no conflict, with almost nobody dying. Yeah, some centuries got their heads wrong. That's really about it. It was just so anticlimactic. It was so boring. And as soon as Morgan Le Fay is changed over, we're jumping to a fair. We're jumping to her talking to Tony Stark and then flying off to go take care of some other Captain Britain stuff. I was really expecting more. I was really expecting something big, something better than this. Hopefully, whatever they do with Captain Britain next is gonna be better than this 5-issue miniseries. Because now this has me really hesitant on what comes next, on if I even wanna buy what comes next. But I'm hoping that Captain Britain is gonna be brought into the bigger Fall of X, everything going on with that. I'm hoping that she is going to play a much bigger part, because so far they have really kept her separate from everything else going on. I'm hoping with Genesis's arrival, with Apocalypse and the Horsemen, all of this stuff going on, that we are going to see more of the Captain Britain Corps, and they are going to play a heavy part in defending mutant kind. Truth be told though, I don't really have anything good to say about this, so I'm really going to close it out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Betsy Braddock. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.